Welcome back to English with Values. Today I want to talk about richness. Not the kind of richness that can be measured in numbers, but the kind of richness that can be felt in silence. This podcast is for everyone, but especially for parents, because what we believe today quietly becomes that belief system of next generation tomorrow. And I want to be very clear from the beginning. Buying things is not wrong. Dreaming big is not wrong. Enjoying a good life is not wrong. What becomes wrong is when we start believing that these things are the proof of our worth. Let me give you a very simple and relatable example. Imagine a child in a family. Every time guests come to the house, the discussion starts with money. How much this phone costs, how expensive that car is, how costly those shoes are, how someone else is living a bigger life. The child is not speaking, the child is just listening. Years pass. That child grows up. Now, without anyone teaching him directly, he has learned one lesson very deeply, that respect comes from price tags. Nobody sat him down and said this sentence, but life taught him this lesson silently. This is how beliefs are formed, not through lectures, but through environment. Now imagine another family. In that house, people still earn, they still buy things, but the discussions are different. They talk about effort, they talk about how someone stayed honest even when it was difficult. They talk about how simplicity keeps the mind peaceful. They talk about values. In this house, too, a child is listening. Years later, that child grows up with a different definition of richness. He knows that money is useful, but he also knows that money is not identity. This difference may look small today, but in the future it becomes massive. There is a very common misunderstanding in our society, and that misunderstanding is this, that rich people are those who own expensive things. But if you look closely, truly closely, at people who are genuinely rich, not just financially, but emotionally and mentally, you will notice something interesting. They don't try too hard to prove it. They don't make noise about it. They don't wear their success like a loud badge on their chest. They are calm, they are grounded, they are comfortable in their own skin. This is why there is a saying in English, empty vessels make the most noise. It means that people who lack inner value often try to cover it with outer show. Let me share another example, and maybe you will recognize someone like this in your own life. There is a person who earns well, lives well, but whenever he enters a room, the first thing you notice is not his clothes or his watch, it is his behavior. The way he talks, the way he listens, the way he respects people who can do nothing for him. After meeting him, you don't remember the brand he was wearing, but you remember how he made you feel. This is richness. On the other hand, there is another person who owns very expensive things, but after meeting him, you feel tired, judged, or small. His objects shine, but his presence feels heavy. This is not richness. This is just decoration. Now let me talk about that shoe example again because it's very important. Suppose you buy shoes worth 5 lakhs rupees. Say, you worked hard, you earned that money, you can afford it. There is nothing wrong in that. Please understand this clearly. The problem is not the shoe. The problem starts when the shoe climbs from your feet to your head. When you start believing that this shoe makes you superior. When you start measuring others by whether they can afford the same shoe or not. Shoes are meant to protect your feet, not inflate your ego. There is an English phrase, don't let it go to your head. It means don't allow success or possessions to make you arrogant. This phrase fits perfectly here. Many times people say, I'm showing my success. But the question is, to whom and why? Real success doesn't need constant advertisement. Real success has a quiet confidence. Think about this for a moment. The most valuable things in your life, the things that truly matter, can you buy them with money? Can you buy peace of mind? Can you buy self respect? Can you buy a good night's sleep when your conscience is not clear? Can you buy genuine love? The answer is no. Money can support these things, of course, but it cannot create them. Let me give you a very emotional and real example. Think about a father who works hard, provides everything for his family, but is always angry, always stressed, always comparing himself with others. His children have good clothes, good phones, good education, but they rarely see a calm smile on his face. Now think about another father, maybe earning less, living simpler, but present, patient, emotionally available. His children feel safe talking to him. Years later, ask those children what they remember. They will not remember the brand of shoes. They will remember the feeling of security. That is richness. We often say he is very rich. But what do we really mean? Are we talking about the bank balance or his ability to stay humble even after success? Are we talking about his house or his heart? There is another useful English phrase, all that glitters is not gold. It means that everything that looks valuable is not truly valuable. This phrase is not against beauty or luxury. It is against blind belief. I want to make one thing very clear again because I do not want any misunderstanding. This message is not about rejecting material life. This is about balance. Buy things according to your needs and your capacity. Enjoy your achievements. Celebrate your growth, but never place your self-worth on objects. Because the day those objects leave, you should still stand strong as a person. When we teach the next generation that money is everything, we create pressure. When we teach them that money is a tool, but values are the foundation, we create stability. A person with values can handle money. A person without values is handled by money. This difference decides whether wealth becomes a blessing or a burden. Sometimes people chase expensive things not because they need them, but because they want validation. They want to feel seen. They want to feel important. But here is the gentle truth. Validation that comes from outside never lasts. You need more and more to feel same satisfaction. This is why comparison never ends. There will always be someone with a bigger house, a newer car, or more expensive lifestyle. If your happiness depends on comparison, peace will always remain one step away. Let me pause here for a second and ask you something very softly. When you sit alone, without your phone, without noise, without anyone watching you, Do you feel content? If yes, you are already rich. If no, then no object in the world can fix that emptiness. This is why simplicity has such deep power. Simplicity doesn't mean lack. Simplicity means clarity. It means knowing what matters and what doesn't. It means choosing peace over performance. There is a beautiful idea that says live within your means. It means don't stretch your life just to impress others. Live in a way that allows you to breathe freely. And remember, popularity is also a form of richness, but only when it is based on values. Popularity built on show fades quickly. Popularity built on character stays quietly. History remembers people not for what they owned, but for how they lived. I'll continue from here in the next part, where I will talk more deeply about real life situations, social pressure, parenting responsibility, and how we can practically pass this understanding to the next generation without preaching or blaming. If you are ready, comment continue with part 2. I'll carry on seamlessly, same flow, same tone, no breaks in thought. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon button. Thank you so much.